What's going on, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy, the Sebastian Alexander Bonet, but you can call me His Royal Highness, and welcome to another episode of Royally Fucked. Hopefully you're doing well. You see me with the same outfit on because I'm pumping out these videos. I just watched the second episode of The Queen's Gambit on Netflix, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. Let me take out my handy dandy phone to give you the official name of episode 2's title. Let me get there. Episode 2 is called Exchanges. I will say I'm going through changes. I'm going through changes. But no, it's called Exchange. Bitch, like, ooh, I bought this yesterday, went to the club last night, and the club is over, so I'm coming back to get an exchange. Oh, that's technically a refund, bitch. But anyways, neither here nor there. So, there's one wonderful show called The Queen's Gambit that comes on Netflix. It's a mini-series. That means it will not be here for long. It is fading. It is fleeting. And so, I am on episode 2 called Exchanges. So, I'm going to make this really hit it and quit it. I'm not going to prolong it because I don't like having people... I like y'all that y'all are coming back. I am ashy. I know that's probably nasty, but that's how the colored folks, some colored folks do it. Not all colored folks. I don't want to stereotype all of us. Us country folks, or me kind of country folks. But anyways, episode 2 opens up to where Beth Harmon is now older. She is a teenager. She has been in the orphanage for years now, coming into her own. Did I miss something in the last review? To where they stopped giving her the tranquilizers, the mama breaks? Or was that episode 2? I'm getting confused. Long story short, if you're watching this review, you probably watched episode 2 already. But somewhere in between there, the end of episode 2, I think it's the end of episode 2. I think. Or was it? Or no, end of episode 1 or 2. They stopped giving tranquilizers because the state of Kentucky said, bitch, you can't give children tranquilizers no more. And mama, during the midst of watching some kind of film in the theater, on the reel, mama breaks in. Mama had tools. Mama had jimmies and locks and screws and removals, and she broke into the pharmacy and got all the tranquilizers. Now I don't understand why she did not just put a shitload of them in her pocket and keep on going, but mama started chewing, like just guzzling the tranquilizers right there. Honey, do you not know that the tranquilizers, in my mind, tranquilizers will kill you? I mean, they're like mood suppressants. They are woozy. They are supposed to take you down depending on the dosage. And mama was just a handful of them hoes and just and I'm like, well, girl, I know you all are maybe 9 years old and your brain ain't fully formed, so you don't understand the concept of overdosing on pills. But baby, no. And not just that, she swallowed them hoes, she stuffed a whole bunch in her pockets, but then mama proceeded to take said jar, had to be like yay round, a round jar, with the pin. Now, you couldn't be, you know, a little more inconspicuous. Don't take the whole jar, don't even let them know you was in there. And then as you're coming out, them pills then kicked in just like that because you ain't but yay big, and so they got into your system, into your bloodstream, and you have the container, and you up on that chair, and she said, Beth Harmon, and you turn around, honey, and them pills, I don't know if you turned around too fast or them bitches got in you real quick, and honey, you Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. You went down. The jar bust open, the pills went everywhere. Now, if I was the other children, I probably would have ran and scooped me up a few pills, but, you know, neither here nor there. But, honey, you went down with the pills. Long story short, that happened. Mama comes in. She's playing chess with Mr. Shibble. She's becoming a prodigy. She's saying that she's seeing things in her head. She's playing and putting stuff out. Mr. Prodigy, Mr. Shibble invites a man over from the school to see how she plays, and mama plays both of them at the same time and whoops their ass. And they're like, oh my God, she's such a prodigy. How do you do this? How do you see this? How do you know? How can you do this? You're only like 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 years old. How are you doing this? What is going on in that little small mind of yours? And she's like, I don't know. I just visualize it. When I take my sweet drugs and I see them on the roof, I just know what to do. Just a prodigy. Just a doped up, messed up prodigy. And so with that being said, she goes over, she gets an invitation to go to the high school. A young woman going to the high school, little girl going to the high school, the home of the Beavers. The Beavers, the beep, 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 beep. That's what they called back in the day, in the 70s, girls' pussies. They used to be called Beavers. Probably because it was hairy like a bush and it had pussy. Anyway, neither here nor there. I don't know why they call it Beavers because I'm a homosexual. But she goes to the school and she's in the room, in the church room, all by herself. And then, me having a degree in theater, I like how they staged it. They had these men or these young boys coming in a position of authority. Like, bitch, I know you're not, girl, this is a man's game. I know you're not trying to come over here in my world and school me on something I've been doing for the past 10 years. They just knew in their mind that they was about to school Miss Beth. Baby, they came in and propped up like this, like they just knew they was the shit. And mama sat each of them down one by motherfucking one. They had a U-shape, you know what a U-shaped table is, like when you be going to the conferences, honey, and everybody kind of sit on the outside of the U and they have to present on the inside of the U. Same thing, they had a U-shaped table for them, and she literally went chest move here, chest move here, chest move here, chest, and she worked all the way around and sat all of them hoes down. I'm going down. Yes, I am. Cause you don't know how to play chess, baby. My queen's gonna move and take your night. I don't know chess, bitch. I'm just, making shit up as I go. And so with that, she's back at the orphanage, and then a wonderful couple comes in. A wonderful couple. To adopt a young girl. They look at Beth and they adopt Beth. Jolene. Please don't come and please don't take my man. I told you about that before, Dolly Parton. Jolene is upset that she didn't get adopted, but come on now, who gonna adopt a little? Ooh, let me not say that. But yeah, girl, back then, who adopted the little careless girl? It ain't like it is now with Angelina and Brad, when it's in fashion to have a little Negro child. But they adopt Beth, and she goes home with the, oh Lord, I forgot, hold on. Let me get my trusty note 8. And she goes home with Alma and Alston Wheatley, right? We come to find out that Alma, it gave the illusion that they're a happy home, which was not the case. Long story short, Mr. Austin has another family somewhere, baby. He's saying that he has to go out of town on business, but we know what that means. He got another bitch somewhere and probably a whole other set of another family somewhere that he probably met and cheated on his first wife, who was Alma, but then fell in love with this other woman and likes her more and don't want to break it off or whatnot. But he ends up going west, I believe it was, indefinitely. But we know what the fuck it is, and she know what the fuck it is. But long story short, she didn't have her prescription drugs no more. And mama sent her to the store, her adopted mama sent her to the store to get her prescriptions because she needed her mood mellow or her special pill. I forgot how she named it. But when she got the prescription and she saw the prescription about it, she knew exactly what it was. And honey, mama snuck some of them pills away so she could start having her delusions again. Delusions of grandeur, I ain't gonna say her delusions, but her illusions on the ceiling and the rooftops and the rooms and whatnot. And so while there, she paid for a newspaper but stole a chess magazine and saw that there were some chess competitions coming up and it cost $5. Mama, her adopted mama didn't have no money. because she was trying to make it. Big Daddy, with his other family, is the one that brought in all the money. So she wrote to Mr. Shibble saying, hey, if I win anything less, I'll give you $10 versus the $5. He sent her the $5. Mama went in there. And when she came to the high school, they were sitting at the table like, well, what are you doing here? What are you doing? Why are you here? You're a woman. And frankly, she didn't know that much stuff about the having a ranking or having a scoring and how everything worked. So she was asking questions, and they were just getting irritated with her. Like, why? Why are you here? You're not doing anything. Why? You're just asking so many questions. Go home, little girl. And bitch, they thought Mama was not going to be able to do what she needed to be done, because she was a novice in that regard. She picked up information as she asked those questions, right? Asking the right questions. And Mama picked up that stuff, cleaned out, won her $100, went down to Ben Snyder's, got her a nice dress, some nice shoes, got her chest up, her books to read, and then her mama was like, there's a competition over there in, I think she said Louisville somewhere, I don't know, Lexington, somewhere, bitch. And this is what Greyhound costs us for 2 hotels, and this is what it's gonna cost, and I believe we can make it happen. And she was like, and Beth was like, I'll win. And the mom was like, I have every confidence you will. And so this is what I see, and this is a quick synopsis of episode 2. I see drugged up mama, mood relaxed mama. She's going to get her confidence with this now. Get her confidence back with raising Emma, because with Beth, because they did mention that they had another child, but they never said what happened. I'm assuming the child died. But I don't know I don't think they mentioned what happened to the child. But I think Mama's going to get her confidence back with making this money and doing all of this good stuff. But what I don't want it to happen, or what I don't want to happen, is that Mama becomes abusive to Beth because she sees a golden ticket or a golden goose, that now she's able to bring money into the household, and now Mama, her mother, her adopted mama, is able to thrive, and now she has confidence and yada, and she sees the meal ticket that we've seen in so many stories. So I hope that's not going to be the case. I hope they can work together with that and go from there. And I think the great part about this is that Beth is old enough to understand what is going on in the household with Mr. Wheatley, how he was verbally abusive and all of that stuff. She's old enough to understand that this is not, right. She knows. So hopefully she will not allow her adopted mother to to do that to her, because they made a pact. Because technically Alma, who is Alma? Oh, Alma is the mama. Duh, that's her name, Alma and Austin. Technically Beth was supposed to go back to the orphanage because they are not a complete family. Because again, back then the man made the family, and that the man went away. You're not a woman raising a child on her own, being a single mother and doing it successfully. Oh my God, how? How will she have the wherewithal, the income, the smarts to raise a child by herself? Bitch, she pushed her out. And this is the case that she was adopted. But bitch, most of them they push her out. They're able to do all of that good stuff. But anyways, they make a pact. If you won't tell, I won't. So I think this will be a good business arrangement or whatnot, but I'm excited to see where it goes. This is my recap of episode 2 of the limited series, The Queen's Gambit on Netflix. I am your boy, His Royal Highness, the Sebastian Alexander Bonet, and you have just tuned into another episode of Rhoyally Fucked. Make sure you have any questions for our mailbag episode. You send it to royallyfucked@gmail.com, and I will be talking to you guys soon. Peace and much love. I love you so much. And thank you again for letting us make 10,000 subscribers.